Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Frame Fatales. I'm your host, Lizstar, and I have Kerry Madonna here for Out of This World or Another World. Hi, friend.
Hello, I'm Kerry Madonna, and I will be running this game. And Penelope, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I don't have much of an
Ah.
introduction. It's Penelope.
Penelope. All right, so we're going to start with the intro because we got a bit of extra time here today. So Out of This World was 1991 Super Nintendo game. It was cross-platform with a few other games. And let's see here. This is the... Oh my God. Hang on. Sorry. Not yet. No, I'll count you down. So yeah, this was a 1991 Super Nintendo game. It did do some cross-platform. It was on Amiga as well. And 15 years later, they did an anniversary edition, and this is the 20th anniversary edition. And that's the one we'll be playing today. So it's the exact same game, exact same rooms, same characters, just a little bit faster, a little bit more polish on it. The soundtrack is gone, unfortunately. I'll miss the soundtrack. And he's some sort of scientist running an experiment.
You can tell by the boxes.
Right? The peanut computer, the 1990 peanut computer. It's not much of a backstory. He's out like way in the middle of nowhere running this particle accelerator analysis.
This is the analysis, in case you didn't notice.
Shows up in his Ferrari.
Yeah, because every scientist. Yeah.
Yep, there is no sound. They have a remastered soundtrack that I'm not a big fan of, so I don't turn it on. I think the 15th anniversary has it as well. Trouble brewing.
Yeah, you can tell by the lightning strikes. With the cloud flashes, I think.
All right.
Woohoo.
Here we go. So the timer's going to be 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Now we're going.
All right. This game is pretty merciless. Everything can kill you.
Those slugs, for example, will kill you.
Yeah. This guy will definitely kill you. Oh, very careful. Okay. And everything... Sorry, everything is a one-hit kill, too. So there's pretty much one way to do everything. Oh my God! Okay. All right, we did it. That's the first level. So it really hits the ground running, this game. You show up, you're there. Even in the swimming pool, when the desk arrives underwater, if you don't get out of there inside of like 5 seconds, these eels come up and get you. So dying in this game is pretty normal for a speedrun. Anytime it's been done at GDQ, there's been a couple of deaths peppered in. It's pretty typical for a speedrun. It's pretty forgiving. I started playing the 1991 Super Nintendo version almost right away when it first came out. And I've been playing it ever since.
And your little friend there is actually named Buddy.
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 We grow a friendship.
You do. Once you swing together and drop a cage on someone's head, how could you not be besties?
Right? Yeah. So we gotta shoot this guard. Buddy will run right by him. That's good. And we have our first fight.
super
So the
magic.
gun, as it is right now, it has a low charge. And if you use any bombs or anything like that out of the gun, it'll lose charge. So it's kind of a puzzle to get through these levels too. There's one way to do everything. This is the view of the city, and that's required for 100%. Come on, buddy. This way. Gotta get him off the elevator. And that's a circuit breaker that I just shot there, and that's required for 100% too. The circuit breaker stops these doors from opening so that that guard can't get you right away. Okay, so there's an audio cue coming up when I fall down here. Take your time, buddy. Take your time. So I'll be quiet for a second. Oh my God, I screwed it up. Okay, a little excited. There you go. First death out of the way. So that's a 1 cycle way through the pipes. Penelope, did you want to talk about the differences between 100% and any percent?
Yes. So the 100% requires you to, and I'm going to probably screw this up, and someone's going to correct me on the comments later on.
I'll correct you.
So 100% is not optional to get, you kind of have to take some deviation. So just like you saw the cityscape, that is actually not a requirement to actually complete the game. It doesn't lead anywhere, do anything. But it is something that's important to score all aspects of the game, just like the charge stations, just like I think all the circuit breakers are required, right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. The Sarlacc pits and the dreads of death.
God love them.
Yeah. Oh, do not like those things.
We break that wall so that I'll show you later.
You'll come back. You'll backtrack on that one later.
Darn. All right, we're out.
Woohoo!
I'm really nervous. So I'm kind of getting excited with my inputs here. All right, so this little bat, we had to wake up with the gun on that previous screen. There you go. That takes care of that guy. So that wall we broke there, it's going to show up later in the game. It's for a waterfall. This waterfall? Stuck in the walls. And out we go. Those caves are definitely the trickiest part. That's not true. There's lots of tricky parts coming up. But I'm trying not to think of them.
Triggering. The running back into that little screen has to trigger for your little buddy because he's crawling through the pipes. If you're normally playing that game, you'll see him pulling a Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. We'll see him do that shortly. But that's the thing. Like this entire game, you save him, he saves you. You save him, he saves you.
It's a beautiful story.
1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to try a trick that I learned last week. So everybody hold your breath. This is going to be an audio cue. Got it.
Woohoo!
Oh my
Nice
God.
job.
There's one more move we got to do here. It's called the Run Killer. Because while there's lots of checkpoints in this game, there's one that doesn't really register with the game. We just got to get through this screen. Perfect. So if I had to die there, it kind of doesn't remember the fact that you freed Buddy from his pipe that he was in. He was all jammed up, and we had to shoot a light and have that fall to the floor. So if you die there, it kind of sends you really, really far back, a couple of checkpoints back, and it's a run killer for sure. And this is all the water that we let come in here because we blew up that wall earlier. And you have to come up here and get a little gulp of air. And those little munchers are still there. They're fine. These ones. And this is a circuit breaker. You have to get this for 100% as well. That controls the doors for a screen coming up. So in any percent, you can skip this whole swimming pool if you're good enough and fast enough. I like 100% because you get to see the whole game. I've always liked this game.
You're too far emotionally deep in this now.
Yeah, I'm invested.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of nice to get in the water and swim around for a second because those caves are stressful. And that run killer is stressful. So when you get in your pool, you're like, okay.
Swimming.
I can relax for a second. Yeah. There's the guy that we dropped the green light on.
Hi.
And here's the toughest fight in the game. So that door that I just blew up, ordinarily that would just open if we didn't have to shoot the circuit breaker. And that makes it, it's supposed to make it impossible, but.
It's your final standoff fight.
Oh God, it's so hard.
Oh no, dead end.
There's Buddy.
Come on, man.
He's looking for us. Out we go. Hooray! And he went the wrong way. He's getting held up. It's all right. I saved him again.
Reciprocation.
It's a big gap. I can't jump, but it's okay.
Dwarf toss.
Oh, too shallow. Okay, hang on. That's a really tough move right there. Got him that time, and Buddy's just kind of going to hang off that canopy for a second. He couldn't quite make it. He's too heavy. Got to frighten that guy so that he hits the emergency button. That locks the doors up there. I'm stuck in the ceiling. Come on. There you go. He's got to drop 4 bombs so that he digs a hole in the floor that we can crawl down through. That circuit breaker makes the lights flash down here. So that, oh my God, hang on. I fell down the hole. That's not supposed to happen. Hang on, hang on. There you go. And this switch lets all the animals out down here so that all the guards are occupied handling that, and you can make your escape. We save Buddy again.
Beam me up.
And he thinks we should go take this for a ride. So all this is in the Super Nintendo version. I have a tendency to like this one to speedrun, just because the gun is a bit more reliable. It's not as laggy.
And also, you had to put the little pin pad, right?
All right, this is the last level.
Final fight.
Oh my God, that was scary. All right, that's the final fight. We're out of here. There's Buddy again. Whoops. So the first time I saw this, the first time around, it was really dramatic.
Right.
Because that looks like Buddy, and he just
Buddy
starts
got tired of
booting
you.
Yeah, but there's Buddy. There's the real Buddy. And we're really hurt from that nasty kick and fall. And they're duking it out. It's kind of like after you play the game 1,000 times and you're speedrunning it, this is the slowest conclusion to any game ever, because you're just kind of waiting for them to duke it out, and like you're crawling so slow, and you're just watching the timer tick away.
Tick away.
Yeah, tick away your precious
Flexo.
PBs.
Shoot,
Yeah,
Flexo.
shoot Flexo. You can see the bad guy has the red eyes. 1, 3. Gotcha. I knew you weren't my friend.
Good job.
He has the beady red eyes, and he starts coming right for you. He's scary. All right, time is going to be when I get sucked up into the ceiling here with the light beam. And time. And that's the whole game. And that's another world. 20th anniversary edition. It's all sound effects. There's no music. The Super Nintendo version, the 1991 version, Out of This World, that does have music, and it's got pretty amazing music, to tell you the truth. So I died a couple of times. I did. That was really sad, but that's totally normal for a run in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you had much fewer deaths than what I've seen before by other people. There's lots in this game where it's unforgiving.
Oh, yeah, it's merciless for sure. And I was nervous too, and I'm all excited. Well, thank you so much, Penelope, for being here with me and helping me out. And there you go, the end. That's another world. Thank you, everyone.
So much.
Thank
you.
All right. That was Kerry Madonna with Another World or Out of This World, whichever you prefer, depending on where you live. Thank you again so much. Amazing run. Stay tuned, friends. Enchantress of Numbers is up next with Blossom Tales, The Sleeping King. Any %. So we'll be right back.